Hello friends, you are welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Happy new month to you as well. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this beautiful Dungaree dress. Let's dive into the video. The materials I'll be needing are my fabric, my lining, pins, measuring tape, hook and eye, chalk, scissors, zipper, and my glittering stones. This fabric actually is 3 years, exactly 3 years. And for this style we want to make, the more the fabric, the fuller the lower part of the dress. It's a Dungaree dress. These 3 years, I'm going to be cutting out 2.5 yards. I have just cut it, so meaning this is half yard and this is 2.5 yards. We are going to be working with this for now. This is a sketch of what I'll be doing. This is the lower part, this is the middle, which is the band, and this is the upper part, that's like the pinafore part. From my waist to the full length of the skirt is about 26 inches, including the folding allowance. Then my band width is 3 inches, but I'll be cutting out 4 inches. The reason is because I'll be using half an inch to join to the skirt. I'll also be using half an inch to join to the pinafore part. Then from my shoulder to my waist is 16 inches. These are the measurements I'll be working with. So I have 16 inches, 4 inches, and 26 inches respectively. Normally for this kind of fabric, the width is usually 45 inches. I'm going to be marking, this is the right side. Pardon me for that, I'm supposed to mark on the wrong side, but this is the right side. I'll be marking 26 inches down. I'll be marking 26 inches. I'm going to mark it all the way, then I will cut along the markings. I'm going to be doing a running stitch here. I won't back stitch when doing this because I'll be pulling the thread after now. So I'm just going to do a running stitch all the way down. When doing this, I will set my machine to loose sewing. I'll just set it to loose sewing and sew all the way down. Mind you, you are not going to back stitch either at the beginning of the stitching or at the end. Just sew it freely. I have just gone to do the running stitches, so I make sure I left the thread. Please, when doing running stitches, if it cuts on the way, you restart. So that means you have to be careful while doing it. So I did this at 0.5 inch. Then see the way I ended it. I made sure I left little thread. Look at it. To make gathers now, you pick the thread on this side, not this side. You pick one of the threads, precisely the one on this side of the fabric, the right side of the fabric. This is the thread. I'm going to pick the upper one and watch how I pull it. See, I've taken one, so you are going to be forming gathers now. You have to be careful because if it cuts, you'll start it all over again. Keep doing it till you get to the end of the fabric. As you are pulling it, as you are dragging it, you will keep adjusting the gathers. You see it? The measurements I gave you before now were the vertical measurements. So in the course of the tutorial, I will also be telling you the horizontal measurements to use. My round waist measurement is about 38 inches. I made the waist of the skirt to be 40 inches wide, where the extra 2 inches is for seam allowance. So after now, I just decided to spread out the gathers properly, after which I sew on top to keep it firm. I have just stitched and this is how it looks. The width of the band is 3 inches plus 1 inch for joining. This is how you achieve it. Since it is 4 inches, you will fold into 2 like this. When you fold into 2, For the band, you have 4 inches. So I'm going to fold like that, then cut it out. I'll be cutting out a length of about 42 inches. After cutting out the band, I stitched at half an inch, turned it inside out, then later ironed it flat. You may decide to attach interfacing or lining to your band. It's totally up to you, but for me, I just use the fabric that way. It's about time to attach the band to the body of the skirt. So what I did was to fold into two to get the midpoint, which I notched. Then I also folded the band into two, used my chalk to mark the midpoint as well. Those are the points you will align, hold with pins, then later stitch. It's quite easy actually. I have made this style several times in different ways for clients, for myself as well. Um, the good thing about this style is that it doesn't go out of fashion. It fits both kids and adults. I just finished holding the tool with pins, so I've taken it to my sewing machine now to stitch. I'm done stitching, and here is how it is. The beauty is coming out gradually. And again, I folded it into two on the wrong side, making sure that the ends align properly. So I just did that using my pins. Don't forget, initially I said my round waist is 38 inches, but the width of the skirt is about 40 inches because of the extra 2 inches seam allowance I added. I'm marking out the 2 inches I added. I will do this all the way down, and that is also where I will insert my zipper. Before inserting my zipper, I will first of all sew all the way down so as to get a straight sewing. Then when I'm done, I can now loosen the part where the zipper will be. It's best to do it that way so everything will come out neat. Watch what I'm doing now. I'll just loosen it a little to fix my zipper. My zipper is about 8 inches long, so I would loosen like 7 inches on the skirt, then fix the zipper. As you can see, I have just fixed it. Very easy. If you don't know how to fix zipper, I'm going to be dropping some links in the description box of the ones I have made before now, so kindly check them out. This is the bottom of the skirt. You may either leave it that way or hem it. Coming to the upper part of the dress, I'll be needing my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is about 16 inches. But from the way it is on the sketch, I will not be using the full 16 inches. I'm going to be taking away 4 inches, meaning 2 inches on one side, 2 inches on the other side. So that gave me about 12 inches. I would also be needing an extra inch for sewing allowance. That makes it 13 inches as against 12 inches I mentioned initially. In summary, I'll be cutting out a piece which is 16 inches by 13 inches. Where the 16 inches is the vertical measurement and the 13 inches is for the horizontal measurement. I cut out the lining as well. Pinned the two together, folded it into two, then cut out the neck. For this design, I would not be doing the round neck because I did a round neck before now. This one will be doing a V neck. and I'll be using a neck width of about 3.5 inches and a neck depth of about 7 inches, which I just did. Then I cut it out. So this is what I had after cutting it out. Then I'm going to sew that way, just leaving the strap side open. That was what I did here. Then I notched the neck so that it can relax very well. So that was exactly what I did there. Then turned it inside out, gave it a good press. While ironing, I also attached my glittering stones. What I'll be showing you next is how I took the measurement for my straps. Just watch. I placed the tape diagonally and measured it that way. That gave me 24 inches. To get the width of the strap, I measured that way and that gave me 2.5 inches. Now to cut out the strap, I measured about 26 inches, meaning I added extra 2 inches to the original length of the strap. I folded my fabric that way to get the width of the strap now. Can you see that? Like I said before, the width of the strap is about 2.5 inches. Now that I'm going to be folding it, it will be 5 inches when opened up. So now it's folded, so I'm going to be marking out 2.5 inches. I'll cut all the way down. Then I'll be cutting for the other strap as well. As you can see, I have also stitched the both of them, and now I'm turning them inside out. We are almost done with this tutorial. It's quite easy. Just following these steps, I believe you can also make for yourself. I'm inserting the strap into the strap casing. So what I did was just to fold in the raw ends of the strap casing, then fixing the strap, held it with pin. I did for the other side too, then I stitched down. I would now be attaching this upper part to the band of the dress. First of all, I folded it into two, got the midpoint, then I'll also be folding the skirt into two to get the midpoint of the band. So that's where I'll be aligning the both markings. After doing that, I'll pin the two together, then stitch. I have just stitched the two together and this is what I have. We are almost there. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, do hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to enable you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Now it's time to fix the straps behind. Based on the initial measurement I did, I marked it, then I fixed it that way on the band. Then I also did for the other strap. But when I wore it, I noticed it was too long, so I readjusted it. Anyone can actually do this. I think it's the simplest part of this dress. So you can readjust your strap to whatever length you want. It's totally up to you. So after fixing it that way, you just stitch down and that's all. I also did a finishing touch on the zipper too. Then I hemmed the bottom as well. Here is the final look. Isn't this gorgeous? Please like, comment and share my videos. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. If you are a new subscriber, you are welcome. See you in my next video and bye.